Okay, this is why I'm always saying this is not a quick fix. It takes time. You didn't get diabetes overnight. You didn't gain 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 pounds overnight. You didn't get cancer overnight. This has been brewing for a long time. So you got to take some of these things I'm teaching you and make them a lifestyle long term. And that is the key right there. So I want to introduce you to somebody right now, and I'm so excited for you guys to meet her. I'm telling you what, one of the other things I hear a lot is, well, I'm over 60 or I'm over 65. I'm never going to be able to feel better. I mean, I've had diabetes for 20 years. Okay, right? You guys have heard this before. If it's not you, it's somebody, your mom, your sister, your grandma, your aunt, whatever. They've been saying this, right? Okay, well, let me prove you wrong. So I am going to introduce you to somebody right now. Her name is Nancy. Nancy, come on, sister. Let's do this. You guys are in for a real treat. All right, Nancy, just unmute, sweetheart. Look at you with your patriotic flag. I love it. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Terry Dale.
Say hi to the girls who are watching you today. You're a celebrity today.
Oh, hi, girls. I'm so glad to, well, I can't see you, but maybe I will one day soon.
Nancy, I just love you. And I'm so excited for you to talk to these girls today because, we're class 1 of the 5-class series. And we're talking today about the 9 steps it takes to reverse your diabetes and lose weight for good. And you, my dear, you are the perfect story for being able to reverse your diabetes and lose weight for good. And so let's talk about that. Because when you started, I'm going to show your stats here. I'm going to do this real quick. We're just going to go out of the gate here strong. When you started, look at Nancy, you guys. When she started, her blood sugars were in the high 200s. Now they're normal. Her A1C was 9.1. Now it's 5.8. She's down 29 pounds, 6 dress sizes, absolutely zero medications. And look at this transformation. Nancy, when you see this, what do you think?
Oh, it just makes me smile real big.
When you, a year ago, when you first realized that you were going to take the steps that you needed to take to reverse your diabetes, what was going through your mind when you had a 9.6% A1C and you were just starting this journey? Did your doctors tell you you could never reverse your diabetes, and how were you feeling? Let's just get it right into it.
Oh, sure. I was feeling very scared. It was the second time that my A1C raised up that high. It had done that the year before. And I worked hard to lower carbs and all that on my own. And it came down a little bit, but then, a year later, it went right back up there. So
Yeah,
I was,
and
yeah.
Nancy, how can I just ask how old you are? Would you mind sharing?
Oh, I don't mind. Ladies, I'm one of the older ones. I'm 75 and I'm very happy to be 75.
And you were told by your doctors that you'd have to be on medications, that
Oh, yeah.
you're kind of stuck with diabetes and being overweight for life. I mean, that's what you were told.
Oh, sure. Yeah. They were trying to get me on all kinds of medications, and I took some home, and I did try metformin for just a little bit, and it was starting to cause me problems pretty quickly. So I just stopped taking it, and then they kept giving me other medications. I didn't take them, and then I found Terry, praise God.
I don't even know how you found me, but it doesn't even matter. I mean, I'm so glad that you did, because when you first started, you were one of these women that were so like committed to getting better. I
Yeah,
remember you were just like, I don't know how this is going to work, but I have faith and I'm going to do this, because you had heard testimonies from other people who had
yeah.
reversed their diabetes, and you, Ingrid, I think was one of them. And you were just like, I'm committed, right?
Oh, right
Did you
from the
think it
get.
was possible for you?
Yeah, I did. I believed in it. I mean, I believed it was possible. Yes, very
And
much.
tell us real quick how you were feeling, like physically.
Um, I don't think I was feeling real bad because I had manage to get off 20 pounds on my own. But I was feeling bad about being stuck and wanting so badly to lose another 20 pounds to be back to my normal weight. Now, I have been fighting this since the age of 50. So I fought this battle for a long, long time, the overweight and the pre-diabetes. And I wasn't diagnosed with diabetes until 2016. That's when I got it. So I was already 70 by then.
And what was that like for you when you were actually officially diagnosed with diabetes? What did that feel like, girl?
Well, it wasn't a shock. I knew it was coming, but I knew I was in that desperate situation again, because I had already tried a desperate thing by going to a clinic far away from home, trying to get help. And they did help me somewhat, but it just wasn't the perfect answer that I needed. They weren't, it was long distance. They weren't helping me that much. And man, so that was 2017. So I didn't find you, Terry, until 2019. So I kept struggling. But man, when I saw you start to talk and I saw you were a diabetic coach, I thought, that's what I need. There she is. I'm going to grab her up as fast as I can.
And, you are still, but you're one of the people that you just are like, you're so committed to wanting to feel better. And were you just surprised at how fast the weight was coming off? I mean, it did take a little bit for us to get your A1C down, because you had your diabetes was pretty bad. Your type 2 was pretty bad. And it took us, we have to, as you know, what I teach all the time is we have to heal the body first, right? But you lost weight and started feeling better, like almost instantly.
That's right. The first 3 months I did. I lost probably 16 pounds those first 3 months. And then I've probably lost another 10 pounds after that. But then I've maintained it all these months. I've maintained it through the protocols and the lifestyle change with the food. I mean, I tell you, if I don't have vegetables in the house, I'm pretty nervous. I got to get shopping.
So you're 75. We've pretty much reversed your diabetes. You've lost all this weight. Are you afraid that you're going to gain your weight back, or your diabetes is going to come back? Are you afraid of that?
Well, I think I would have to say I am afraid of it somewhat. I'm not naive about that. I don't have to keep working at it and keep on the protocol that I've been taught. So, you got to maintain a little bit of that fear, I think, to keep you on point, because it could come back.
It could come back. That's the whole point, right? It absolutely could. But my question to you is, you've been taught now what you need to do. And how I guess a better question would be, do you think that what you've been doing, you're going to be able to maintain what you've learned and how you've trained your body? You're going to be able to do this for the rest of your life? That's maybe a better question, how to phrase it for you.
Yes, definitely, Terry. I can do this the rest of my life. I've adapted to it. I'm happy with it. There's no doubt about it. So when I realize that, then I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid.
And I think that is so key for these ladies to hear, because we're going to talk today about the 9 steps. And these 9 steps are going to feel at first to these ladies probably a little overwhelming. However, when you apply them slowly and when you just grasp on them and you have somebody that can kind of hold your hand through them, you retrain your body, right? And when you are able to do that, it becomes easy. Now, I hate to say easy, because most of these ladies, when they hear that, they're like, "Oh, who are you? What are you smoking?" Right? But
Yeah.
but it's it's never just one thing. And it's so true that when you find a protocol and somebody that can talk you through, and you do the steps that I teach, and you do it slowly, and it's not a quick fix, and you have somebody that can help you through it, and you do it in the right order. That's the other thing, right, Nancy? We've done
Yeah.
things in the right order. There is an order.
Yes, definitely in order. It's a gradual thing. The first month or two are pretty intense because you're learning so much and you're trying to change that lifestyle. So it's pretty intense in the beginning, but once you settle into it, man, you're free.
Well, you look, I got to show this picture again because you look amazing. And you are just, look at the difference, girl. And just your energy is better. And, you know, you're just, I bet people in your family are just blown away. And I know that we had talked about this before, but so many people in our families don't necessarily always agree that we're able to get healthy because they don't know what we know. Right?
That's right. And I was with them just this last few days. I got several brothers and sisters that are in the same boat, but you know, they don't really ask me too many questions yet. Maybe they will someday.
Yeah, and then the doctors are also another, they're also, they get a little blown away too because they don't see diabetes reversed. They don't ever get to see that. So when you ladies in the academy are going to your doctors and your A1Cs are lowering, your blood sugars are lowering, and you're off these medications, they're just kind of like, wow. So I love that about the academy and just about what I teach,
I have a doctor now that I haven't even met yet because of this COVID virus. So it'll be fun to meet her and kind of get her into my story, and I'll be all excited to do that.
Yeah.
Tell her all about it.
Yeah. Well, Nancy, again, thank you for sharing your story. And I just wanted to introduce you to these ladies to give them hope, because most ladies who are over 60, especially over 60, even over 50, they're thinking, one, they can never lose weight. They're thinking, two, they're never going to be able to reverse their diabetes. They're thinking they're going to have to be on medications for the rest of their life. They just think it's normal. And the aging process isn't, when you age, it's not normal to get worse. That is not supposed to happen.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah.
And don't you, I mean, you've told me this, but you feel better now than you have in years.
Oh, definitely. It's wonderful to have that weight off and to have that fear not over your head anymore. Yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you.
Happy. Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing, Nancy. I appreciate it. And just so you girls know, Nancy is very open to, if you have questions for her, you can message her or ask her questions here in the group. She'd be more than willing to answer your questions. I know people have reached out to you. So thank you for sharing your story, Nancy. Okay. I love you, girl. I'm so proud of you, and congratulations.